Hello friends, Tanya here with day 8 of the Spellbinders 2025 13 days of Craft-O-Ween. Let's see what's in our packet today. Who is loving the graphics on these envelopes? They're amazing. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. This is so cute. This skull mug with all of these little accents. Now the skull mug cuts out with a few embossed lines, as always, to help guide placement of the accents for this die cut. There are heart-shaped eyes, and the nose on a normal skull has a little bit of an upside-down heart shape to it. There's an accent piece to put behind where the teeth would be on the skull, and it's very easy to place all of these items very quickly. There is our cute little skull-shaped mug. We're going to add the liquid, and I chose something that looked rather spooky. It looks like a shimmery dark brown coffee, maybe. It looks really, I love it. I think it really looked cool. It is several of the darker colored, or at least two of the darker colored distress mica stain sprays on a piece of brown cardstock, I think. And this is cardstock that is spritzed with what are they called? Not antique linen. It's like decayed and, oh, what's the golden one? Oh my gosh. It's a couple of the distress mica stain sprays. We're also going to make a cute little stir stick or straw with black glitter cardstock from the Onyx Assorted treasured cardstock, and with some green cardstock from my stash. And the black hearts and the nose, those are the pearl metallic from the Onyx Assorted treasured cardstock. And the bat is the glitter. I did use white cardstock, the pearl cardstock from the Antique Assorted treasured cardstock. I love the treasured assortments. They are so versatile because you get 5 different metallic style or specialty style cardstocks in one pack, and they're all the same color. Here we have all of our little pieces assembled in the cup as displayed on the envelope. Next, we're going to take a 5x7 Matting Basics Set B and the Autumn Serenade 3D embossing folder. This came out last year or the year before, so you may have it in your stash, and it is still available. It creates these beautiful fall leaves over a circular element. Now, I recently got this Slippery When Wet Astro Paste, and it is so fun. It is a translucent or clear gel paste with lots of gold glitter. I'm just using my finger to tap this on the raised portions of this embossing folder, and it just adds some extra detail. I tried several different methods. This is my first time using this paste. And we all know that I like to get my fingers in the mixed media stuff. I love mixed media. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, if you do, that's probably part of why you're drawn to my channel, because I do really like to play with mixed media and get my fingers dirty. They do clean very easily. The Astro Paste does clean off your finger very easily. I just used a damp microfiber cloth and cleaned my finger after I was done applying all of this glitter paste to our background. And this did dry very quickly. I'm trying to just add little highlights to those raised leaves and give them a little extra definition. Next, we're going to pull out an oldie but a goodie. This is the large die of the month, Punch and Pierce Frame and Sentiment. This was the April 2023 large die of the month, and it creates a really fun shape. Now, this is designed to fit on an A2 size card, but we all know that I love a good 5x7 card. Now, I've taken this dark reddish brown. It is an equivalent to, I think this is Cajun Craze from Stampin' Up. Again, working through my enormous stash of colored cardstock, but it's very similar to the Color Wheel Cinnamon. Another beautiful die set from last year. This is Autumn Wonder from Envelope of Wonder. I think it was from last year. And we're also going to use the poison bottle from day 3 from the Craft-O-Ween. I have lots of elements here to assemble. There are these beautiful, and I do mean beautiful, mushrooms from the Autumn Wonder set. I was very drawn to this die set when it first came out, and I didn't actually get to play with it. This is my first time using it, and it comes together very easily. These are very detailed mushrooms. However, again, they come together very easily. Each of the mushrooms has either two to five layers, I think. There are 4 mushrooms here in varying sizes. We have 2 mushrooms with a frilly underside to the mushroom cap. And this one has an extra frilly layer on the stem. I'm just trying to get this lined up perfectly. I use some reds and cream and craft colored cardstocks to assemble all of these mushrooms. You wouldn't have to use the same colors for each of them. I was just trying to simplify things for myself. I'm going to add this little frill, which you can see just fits right on the back piece very easily. Next, we have this tiny little button mushroom. There is a backer that adds the color to the spots of your mushroom. There is another piece that drops into that indentation that you can see, and it has some embossed or cut into lines that indicate the gills on the underside of a mushroom and help with the placement of the stem. Just going to adhere that nicely. And you could use a darker color for that shadow area with the gills if you wanted. And then we have this upturned, is that like a chanterelle? I'm not sure. I kind of know a little bit about mushrooms, but not near enough. Next, we're going to pull in an oldie. I mean, I've had this for years. It's called You're a Fungi from from Hero Arts, and it's still available. We're going to stamp this with Pinecone Versifying Clair Versifying Clair Pinecone ink onto the label for the poison bottle. And then I'm going to use some brushed corduroy distress oxide. So this sponge is still it has a lot of ink on it. I did not even need to bring my ink pad out. I can speak so well. For the distress line, both distress oxide and plain distress, I have ink sponges or mini ink blending sponges for each of the colors and a handle for each of them. It is something I decided to do a long time ago. I happen to have a convenient place to store them, and I do find that I use them a lot. So it was worthwhile for me. You absolutely would not have to have dedicated handles and sponges for each color. If you have a green sponge, a blue sponge, a teal sponge, that works too. That's what I do with my ink blending brushes, but I don't use brushes with the oxides. Anyway, I had enough ink left in both of those colors, both the brushed corduroy and the rustic wilderness, which is what I used on the bottle, to not have to dig out my ink pads. Now it's time to start placing these items after I've assembled them onto our card front to see how I want to lay them out. This is going to be a very full card front. I kind of love it. I'm here for it. Next, I'm taking the Autumn Wonder die set again because I decided I needed some foliage. I cut those from the same color of green cardstock as the bottle, and I'm pulling out the Distress Mica Stain Spray in Decayed. This is one of those really interesting colors. It's kind of a gold, it's kind of a green, it's kind of a silver. It has a really wonderful color combination. It's very complex, and I love it. Next, we're going to take that Autumn Splendor piece that has been glitter pasted and dried. I added some extra cardstock behind that layer, and we're going to adhere that to the front of our 5x7 card base. It is a 100-pound cardstock. I still have a stash of Nina Desert Storm. I have it in 80-pound and 100-pound. And I'm using the 100-pound for the card base. I do add a little bit of extra cardstock scraps behind some of these pieces to make sure that they are, it's easier to make them lay flat on the card front when we have multiple layers, when I am strategic about adding extra layers of cardstock behind our images. I am roughly following the idea of how I was going to place all of these things as I add little dots of Barely Arts precision glue from my fine tip bottle and add them behind. And that is the beauty of a liquid glue. You can reposition things and you have a little bit of wiggle room. And then when I'm really set on where I want things, I just add extra pressure and leave it alone for a bit. I use my heavyweight acrylic block frequently to help with the adhere time. And here is a demonstration of how I had extra scraps of cardstock behind the different elements. Here I decided I needed 2 layers of cardstock behind this ginkgo leaf. That envelope of wonder has a lot of great, the autumn wonder, a lot of great elements for adding to cards and different themes. This card really doesn't have to be Halloween themed. It just really is kind of that creepy, well, a little bit morbid, a little bit, I don't know. A lot of us love this aesthetic, the spooky season, the fun little potions, and we're going to use some sentiments from the Cheers Sentiment Better Press set. This Better presses a whole bunch of sentiments all at once, and it has a die that cuts all of the sentiments at once. And there are 3 that we're going to use from that set. We've got, let me grab the card. I'm added some extra layers of cardstock behind the sentiments, and this one says, "Let your spirits shine." And I thought that would be perfect on our bottle here, which has the mushroom on it. And I really think adding the Distress Mica Stain Spray in Decayed over the top of the leaves and that bottle, that really, yeah, that was the touch they needed. Otherwise, it was just too stark. It wasn't enough distressed for this particular card. The next sentiment I'm using on the front is "Just Here for the Booze," BOOS. And then inside, we're going to add that last leaf that I haven't used yet from the Autumn Wonder. And we're going to adhere that down. I'm also going to take the little, I'm going to take the the sentiment that says drink up witches. I love that sentiment. It is so cute. And it really fits the theme of this card. And then we are going to take that little ghost and the little bat drink stick, and we're going to add that behind the leaf, that like they're just coming out from behind that leaf. And that will complete this card. I could have added sequins and gems, but I thought we've got enough sparkle and fun going on with the Distress Mica Stain and the Astro Paste on this card. So many fun details. I hope you enjoyed this card. I had fun digging through my stash and finding fun things to use on this card. Things that I don't get to use near enough. If you would like this video, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Leave me a comment. Tell me what your favorite things about this video were. If you're interested in any of the product that I used today, check that description box below. There will be a link to the complete list. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for the next video in this series. And until next time, here are a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Bye-bye.